Hi everybody, I'm doing this video so I can make a gigantic liar out of myself. I recently made a video about why I think it's pointless to debate with Christians. They're wearing impenetrable, logic-proof armor. And I mean, I guess I pretty much stick by that. But I'm going to make a response to Venom Fang X about his latest video about what caused the universe, and blah blah blah. Now, I'm no objectivist. I do, however, think that most objectivists are really smart and have a pretty good grasp of philosophy. And I've been reading Objectivism, the Philosophy of Ayn Rand by Leonard Peikoff. And so far, I'm pretty impressed by it. I agree with quite a bit of it. And I'm just going to read a small passage from it on this very issue that Venom Fang X is discussing. And hopefully this will put this whole issue to rest about what caused the universe. And so, quoting Dr. Peikoff here, now let me reiterate that the causal link relates an entity and its action. The law of causality does not state that every entity has a cause. Some of the things commonly referred to as, quote, entities do not come into being or pass away, but are eternal, e.g., the universe as a whole. The concept of, quote, cause is inapplicable to the universe. By definition, there is nothing outside the totality to act as a cause. The universe simply is. It is an irreducible primary. An entity may be said to have a cause only if it is the kind of entity that is non-eternal. And then, what one actually explains causally is a process, the fact of its coming into being or another thing's passing away. Action is the crux of the law of cause and effect. It is the action that is caused by entities. By the same token, the causal link does not relate to actions. Since the Renaissance, it has been common for philosophers to speak as though actions directly cause other actions, bypassing entities altogether. For example, the motion of one billiard ball striking a second is commonly said to be the cause of the motion of the second, the implication being that we can dispense with the balls. Motions by themselves become the cause of other motions. This idea is senseless. Motions do not act. They are actions. It is entities which act and cause. Speaking literally, it is not the motion of a billiard ball which produces effects. It is the billiard ball, the entity, which does so by a certain means. If one doubts this, one need merely substitute an egg or soap bubble with the same velocity for the billiard ball. The effects will be quite different. The law of causality states that entities are the cause of actions, not that every entity, of whatever sort, has a cause, but that every action does, and not that the cause of action is action, but that the cause of action is entities. Many commentators on Heisenberg's uncertainty principle claim that because we cannot at the same time specify fully the position and momentum of subatomic particles, their action is not entirely predictable, and that the law of causality therefore breaks down. This is a non sequitur, a switch from epistemology to metaphysics, or from knowledge to reality. If it were true that owing to a lack of information, we could never exactly predict a subatomic event, and this is highly debatable, it would not show that, in reality, the event was causeless. The law of causality is an abstract principle. It does not by itself enable us to predict specific occurrences. It does not provide us with a knowledge of particular causes or measurements. Our ignorance of certain measurements, however, does not affect their reality or the consequent operation of nature. Causality, in the objectivist viewpoint, is a fact independent of consciousness, whether God's or man's. Order, lawfulness, regularity do not derive from a cosmic consciousness, as is claimed by the religious, quote, argument from design. Nor is causality merely a subjective form of thought that happens to govern the human mind, as in the Kantian approach. On the contrary, causality, for objectivism as for Aristotelianism, is a law inherent in being qua being. To be is to be something, and to be something is to act accordingly. Natural law is not a feature superimposed by some agency on an otherwise, quote, chaotic world. There is no possibility of such chaos, nor is there any possibility of a, quote, chance event, if, quote, chance means an exception to causality. Cause and effect is not a metaphysical afterthought. It is not a fact that is theoretically dispensable. It is part of the fabric of reality as such. One may no more ask who is responsible for natural law, which amounts to asking who caused causality, than one may ask who created the universe. The answer to both questions is the same. Existence exists. So there you go, Venom Fang X. Actions are caused by entities. Entities are not caused by anything. They simply are. Existence exists. Oh yeah, open your mind, please. If you could please just open your mind to me. If you get a chance, start the reactor, and at some point, please get your ass to Mars.